Chapter 5 Season 4 is here and you want to hit Unreal. Well, you've got to know the meta and the strongest weapons, so today I'll be teaching you the best tips to hopefully reach Unreal rank this season. There's a huge secret at the end, so make sure you guys watch the whole thing, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, and let's hop straight into today's video. First, let's start off with a tier list of the best weapons this season. So right now we have a ton of brand new weapons in the loot pool, and let's start off at the bottom of the tier list. So in F tier we have the auto turret. So this is War Machine's auto turret. It only does 5 damage per tick, so it's not even that great. C tier we have shield bubble, sovereign shotgun, and combat AR. Combat AR has too much recoil, sovereign shotgun does not do that much damage. Shield bubble is just not even that good in rank. And then in B tier, we have the Doctor Doom Arcane Gauntlet. I put that at the top of B tier because the final Arcane Blast does 90 damage. It goes straight through walls as well. And the basic shots do a lot of splash damage and they shred through builds but only do 50 damage, which is still pretty good. I also put the jetpack here because it's really slow right now. And once you're in the air, it's hard to really get down and you'll get blasted as well. Monarch Pistol is pretty good. There's a tip later in the video, but it's basically just another hand cannon, kind of mid weapon. You got Hyper SMG, got a lot of recoil. Captain America Shield, there's another tip in the video. It's really good if you know how to use it, but it's really not that good compared to the other weapons this season. A tier, we have the Striker AR, the Ranger Pistol, and the Striker Burst AR. So there's actually 2 ARs in this tier. That's because the regular Striker is so much faster than the Striker Burst, so we put it there, and the DPS is higher. The reason we put Ranger Pistol so high in A tier is because it has absolutely no recoil. You can hit shots like super accurately, but it has a tiny bit less damage than the Striker, so that's why we put all 3 of those in A tier. And then in S tier, first place we have the War Machine with the arsenal, and this one has missiles. It's just infinite missiles, and then SMG ammo for the regular bullets. So this is insane shreds through builds, no skill at all to use this. And then we got shockwaves. The reason I put like a non-damaging weapon here is because shockwaves are really good for armored walls. I'll talk about that later. And then we have the micros. This has fastest DPS in the game, beats the rapid fire and the charged SMG. It's actually insane, the damage output. It just flies through builds, bro. And then we got the gatekeeper and the pump right next to that. I put gatekeeper a little bit higher because it shoots a little bit faster and has more damage output, but the pump is always just a great pick overall. So now that we are done with the tier list, now let's go into some tips and tricks for ranked. So first of all, cars and War Machine mythics are enabled in ranked, as well as NPCs and other AI, which means that you have to watch out for flying missiles from War Machine's arsenal. Also, don't build too high since almost every weapon this season has either insane fire rate or does splash damage, so just stay on low ground. Next, we have Emma Frost. She's a boss at the raft, and she actually takes no damage in her diamond form. But if you hit a headshot at the top of her head, she'll take damage as normal, which is kind of weird. Looks like Fortnite missed out on this glitch, so make sure you guys use that to your advantage. As I mentioned before, the only counter to armored walls are shockwaves since they one-tap them. So if an opponent is fully boxed in armored walls, stand 2 tiles away. So just count 2 floors and shockwave directly into their box. So that's going to get you a free elimination. After that, we have Captain America's shield exploit. So if you sprint using the Captain America shield, you can break walls up to 150 damage, which is basically the exact health of a fully built wood wall. And the shield actually prevents you from taking damage from any opponents. So if a person is trying to pre-fire you, you can't take any damage. Shield also automatically targets other players, just like aimbot, and hits up to 3 players. So if you throw it at someone, it could team wipe if they're all 60 health or less. And to add to this, you can hit players through walls if you shoot the wall next to them and stand directly in front of them, because once it comes back on the recoil, it'll actually hit them. So next, while invisible with the Mysterio stealth medallion, you can still edit walls while you're invisible. This means if you take an opponent's wall and crouch to go invisible, you can easily edit them and pump them at the start of a fight, and they won't see it coming. One thing you definitely don't know about the Monarch Pistol is that if you ADS, you'll actually do an additional 1.5 damage, whereas if you hipfire, you only can do up to 49 damage, and on top of this, hipfiring shoots way faster. Flowberries have been re-added this season, and you can carry 6 of them at once, each one giving you an instant 15 shield and 10 seconds of low grab. If you combo this with sprinting or a nitro portal, you can travel very far, and it's faster to use than Flowberry Fizz. Those that are still watching, here are all the spawns for Dr. Doom and Avenger's chest. This is a secret I mentioned at the start of the video. So it kind of just seems like there are 4 to 5 chests in each POI. There's a couple spread across in between each POI. But I think the best spot to land at this season might be Sandy Steps, because there is 6 of them and no one lands there. You can rotate just easily to Raft, and there's a bunker in between Raft and Sandy Steps, and there's also Weather Station conveniently there as well. So amazing loot path, might have to make a video on that. But with that being said, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. So make sure you guys subscribe if you learned something new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.